So I don't regret it. I could start all over again.
Yeah, you'd start all over again. If you could wake up tomorrow in San Francisco and be 27, you'd do it?
Probably.
You know, we were in San Francisco last weekend. We were on Pine Street.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But see, now that house there on Pine Street was more or less kind of dirty. Look.
It didn't look like the picture.
Yeah, it don't look like the picture.
But just the shape of it was the same.
No, the shape and everything is the same, the color, but it was dirty. San Francisco at that time, it was dirty. And seeing at that time there, let me see. It was a colored two, three colored families there. There 2, 3 apartments, you know. If you look at the buildings there on Pine Street, there's 2 different flats. They go by flats. That's the way they rented it out. And then on top of it all, see, Lola and I lived on 1951 Pine Street, and my landlady was 1950. She's below, next floor down. And like I say, I used to do a lot of work for her, you know, so I hardly paid any rent. Shit, sometimes I had to give her some money to pay her tax statement. Yeah, she'd send me a letter, and at that time I was shipping out. She says, you think you can advance me 2, 3 months advance, you know? I'm behind my taxes. I said,
Who?
yeah, no problem.
The landlord lady?
Yeah, Ruth Beyer.
Ruth Wire. Nice lady, huh?
And Lola didn't like Ruth Beyer.
Because Grandpa liked her.
Yeah. Yeah, because see, she had a mestizo baby. She at that time, I remember all these girls got knocked up and they gave the baby away. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, my landlady had
Had the baby?
Had this baby.
Oh, so she still needed a man.
Yeah, from a Chinese. She's a white girl. She didn't have a She never did have a Chinese dick. She got knocked out. So she had to avoid in disgrace with her race. She gave the baby away. So she gave it to this white girl, Ruth.
Oh.
See, and so happened I was there when this happened, and at that time I wasn't sailing, so I just stayed around, help her take care of the baby, just like what your sister, or not your sister, but Lola does with her baby and their boyfriends, I guess. You know. And then like Lola, she didn't care too much for that Ruth.
Probably because she thought she was nice to
got used to it. Yeah, I remember that baby was so well. Her name was Masha De Leon. She pretty
Was Ruth pretty?
Chinese white girl.
Was Ruth good looking?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you didn't mention that. Now I know why Grandma didn't like her.
I got a little some of that, you know. Free gratis.
Yes.
That's education.
Hey,
that's my life. My life.
That's right. I would have too. Good man. Was she older than you?
Oh yeah. Let's see. I'm 80. I'd say. Shit, not too much difference.
Oh, okay.
It's not like Ricky and
Carol.
Carol. But it's almost on that same deal.
I gotcha. That's okay. I like older ladies too.
Yeah. Good experience.
That's living.
Yeah.
Well, that's a good story. I didn't know that story. That's cute.
That's another part of my chapter. Man, I could
Go on.
make go on and on, make a lot of stories.
That's what life's about. That's good.
Yeah. That's one thing I figure. I've lived a full, happy life, so I don't regret it. It had its up and down, but mostly been up.
Well, that's a really nice thing to say and to hear. That's good.
And then again in San Francisco, anytime they have any kind of sports or anything like that, I always get involved in it, you know. And
Like being a fan and watching? What do you mean? Or playing?
More get involved bike racing and all that stuff, you know. They always call me.
To help out?
Huh?
To help out?
Work out, you know, and had like a little brown boy with Howley.
Mostly white
Well,
people?
shit, even while I was in not in the Navy much, but more in the Merchant Marines, where I was a steward and all that. I just worked myself up. Worked all the way up.
That's good.
I had another thing that that part I remember seeing my mother, my real mother. Well, I was grown up already, but I was working on the Sultan, General D.I. Sultan. That's the name of the ship, and our ship pulled into Honolulu, and then I flew home to Kauai. Then I would go visit my mother. Well, I had to wait. Well, at that time, military was involved. You know, you had to be in any place you go. If you're in the military, you got to wear uniforms. So I wore my uniform. At that time, I think I wore. We had khakis on,
Mm-hmm.
brown hat, coat, and everything, and I had on my collar 2 silver bars. You know.
Mm-hmm.
Boy, my mom seen that shit. You could see she feel real proud to see her son being a lieutenant or captain.
That make you feel good?
Huh? Yeah, I was proud. But I didn't get to know my mom very well. Because see, at that time, she was divorced from my real father. She was married to Andres. Yeah. And, well, my mom. Well, the stories I hear about that life there